What's up, it's you for today's video with a full Skwovet evolution team. Skwovet's a pretty cool Pokemon, but I don't really think Skwovet and Greedent are the most popular Pokemon out there. Like, is anyone's favorite Pokemon one of these? I'd really like to know. Now, we're going to be using a team of 4, so we've got Skwovet, Greedent, and we'll be using the shiny Greedent and Skwovet to make up a team of 4. It was pretty difficult as it is with their low base speed stat. If you want to check me out on Twitch, people, this runs through all my theme teams, Pokemon Zones, Shiny Hunts, all those forms of salty entertainment, twitch.tv/PMYT. The link is in the description of the video. We got a battle against Kimberly. This one was on the Wycombe. Also, tonight is a double upload night, so I did do a Yamper evolution team earlier on, so make sure you check that one out. And if you enjoy the vids, people, please drop a like on there. Only takes a second, and I really appreciate that. Alright, so we got a Zacian lead. Never seen one of these in my life. And, of course, it's the shiny Zacian. So my first Pokemon here is Skwovet, and it is a Counter Protect, C-Bomb, and Payback set. I've got max speed and max attack on this one, and we got Zacian going for a Behemoth Blade here. So I obviously went for the counter here. The item is Focus Sash, and obviously I'm going to level 1 health, and that's going to easily be able to take out the Zacian, unless it's got a Focus Sash and a Rusted Shield, of course, as its items, right? How Chris was. So bye-bye Zacian, a little bit of salt to start the battle off there, and that's pretty much all I can do with the Skwovet, because their team was very competitive, as you can see. Next Pokemon is a Turtus. Any move can take me out here. I mean, I can't go for anything. I can go for a Payback. That's really the best move that I can do here. Turtus is going to go for a Flamethrower, and that's going to take Skwovet out. But a good start to the battle. I got rid of a very threatening Pokemon too. Next Pokemon is going to be Greedent here, and this is going to be my physical belly drum set. This has also got a Quick Claw as the item, max health and max attack. They nearly said max speed. I've got Earthquake and Psychic Fangs as the other moves here too. So getting a Quick Claw activation, which is going to be pretty much useless because I want the Quick Claw to happen after I get the Bounty Rough, but it doesn't matter. Now we got the Eternatus going for a Cosmic Power here. So it's a bulky, stally set, which is going to be so much fun. So even with +6, I feel like a Body Slam won't take it out, but it should get fairly close. I get another Quick Claw activation, which is awesome, and Body Slam does some great damage, not taking out the Eternatus. I'm going to pop the Air Balloon, and Eternatus is going to go for another Cosmic Power here. So I'm assuming it's probably got Recover as one of its moves, and we got the Eternatus going for Recover. So I really need to take this out, because if it gets too many Cosmic Powers up, I won't be able to take it out. I've got a chance of taking out here, but it's going to need to be absolute maximum damage. And Eternatus is going to go down to my next body set. That was a critical hit too. I must have cut it a little bit earlier there, but that was a crit to take out the Eternatus. Next Pokemon is Stack Attacker here. I've got Earthquake. That's the best move I can do against it. I don't get a Quick Claw activation, but I outspeed it anyway. I guess Stack Attacker, obviously is a very slow Pokemon like Greedent. That's what made this team really hard too, because they're all slow Pokemon. Next Pokemon is going to be the Dragonite, and Dragonite will not be hit by Earthquake, and I've also got Psychic Fangs and Body Slam. I get the Quick Claw activation again, which is hype, and Body Slam is going to be able to hit the Dragonite really hard, and it drops it in one shot. So that's this. We got the sweep going here. So Greedent is sweeping through the sweaty team. Next Pokemon is the Latios here. I just went for Body Slam. They're going to like nothing to lose. I got another Quick Claw activation. You wouldn't read about it, and Latios is not going to be leaving this one. I'd say that would have running like a sweeping set, and they go down to their last Pokemon very quickly. The last Pokemon is Basculin. I know I can take this, I could probably take this out with nearly a Body Slam without +6. I was thinking about, I'm like, should I go for Dynamax, or should I just go for, the Body Slam without the Dynamax, just in case something bad happens here, right, and it outspeeds me and Quick Claw doesn't activate, right? So Quick Claw is not going to activate this time, and my opponent is going to go for a Dynamax, did I call that Basculin? Man, I meant Barraskewda. They're close enough anyway. I actually, speaking of which, I'd like to use Basculegion in the games eventually. That'd be very cool. So, some sort of water-type move coming my way. I'm assuming Liquidation. Here comes the Max Geyser. I'm guessing it's coming off Liquidation. And Greedent is pretty thick, and it managed to live on 20 health. And that means I'm going to be able to get a Body Slam off here with +6. Even though it's in Dynamax, it's not a very bulky Pokemon anyway. And that's it, my friends. That was a Greedent sweep there. And on top of the Greedent sweep, I got another Salty DC. We've had 2 Salty DCs today. If we didn't check out the previous video, we had another one. So thank you for the battle there, Kimberly. Hope you enjoyed the nice Quick Claw belly drum Greedent. It felt good. Next battle, this one's against Lady Crimson, and we got a Vulpix lead here. Now, Vulpix is a fast Pokemon, and this was actually really scary to verse. So I've got a Skwovet as the leader. It's got the Drought, and I think it's probably going to have like Flamethrower or Overheat, something like that. I've got a Super Fang, Rest, Sleep Talk, Stockpile, Staffberry, Gluttony set. So I tried to run all the different abilities that Skwovet and Greedent had to, so it was pretty cool. I do like the abilities they get. So Overheat does a lot of damage to me. The EV spread on this one was max health and max special defense. That's the only reason why I actually lived that attack. And I'm going to be getting a Staffberry defense rise, so that's really unfortunate. I went for a Super Fang here, so that does half of Vulpix itself. So that's the best I can possibly do. I mean, I can go for rest here, but I know that I won't live the next attack, so I went for it anyway in case I got a miss. Overheat is going to land again, and Skwovet is going to be going down there. So I've lost my Skwovet already. That was the bulkiest. Well, I'd say it wouldn't have been the bulkiest Pokemon on the team. I'd say the Greedent was still bulky because I wasn't running Everlight, but it was still quite bulky. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be my Greedent. This is my special Stuffed Cheeks Hyper Beam Mudshot set. So I've got Stuffed Cheeks and I've got the Key Berry. So when you use the move Stuffed Cheeks, if you're holding a berry, it'll instantly consume the berry and give you a +2 defense. So I thought, well, I can use Key Berry to give myself a +1 defense, and then Stuffed Cheeks will give me additional +2. Works very nicely with a body press set, but I want to do something a bit different, so I decided to just make myself bulky and be a special attacking set. Also got the Cheek About Your ability too, which is going to obviously heal me up there, which is going to be good. Unfortunately, I got critted, so Stuffed Cheeks failed, but I still managed to get the berry off, so that was very unlucky there. So I've got Mudshot as my best move here, and Vulpix is going to have Power Swap, which is bad because now it's going to give me all the negative special attacks, and I'm going to go for Mudshot, and it's going to do nothing. Like that's where I deserve the crit there. Unfortunately, Vulpix is going to be able to easily take my Greedent out now, so I'm going to swap the Greedent out and give it another go a little bit later on. Not that it's super strong or anything. So I'm going into the Focus Sash Skwovet. I really don't want to lose another Pokemon to Vulpix, so I thought I might be able to create a situation where I can swap in my Greedent and go for a Belly Drum. If this thing's at negative like 6 in special attack, I might be able to do that. So I can't go for a Lottie. I've got Payback. That's really the best move I'm going to go for here. I've got max speed, so I do manage to outspeed Vulpix, but Vulpix managed to just live, unfortunately, and get another Overheat off. They've been really great to have taken that out, but that's how it is. Skwovet's attack isn't really good. The only good thing about when you look at Greedent and Skwovet's that it's got a lot of health. Like, it does have a tremendous amount of health. Next Pokemon is my Belly Drum Greedent here. I thought I may as well go for it. The other move that the Vulpix has got is Weather Ball. So, obviously that's an alternative around Overheat, and you don't have to drop your special attack. Now, I went for a Belly Drum here, and Belly Drum is going to maximize my attack, giving me +6 there. So, I think I should either Dynamax now or wait for Quick Claw to kick in. Quick Claw did not kick in. Vulpix is going to be able to land another Weather Ball off here. Greedent is going to be able to live though, but I don't really want to take much more damage, and there's still like, plenty more Pokemon to take out. So finally the Vulpix goes down. That almost swept most of my team there, and the sun is going to go. Next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Formantis. Oh, it's to be noted in this battle as well, I wasn't running Psychic Fangs on this set. I was running a different move. I think I had Substitute, so just bear that one in mind. That sort of, comes into effect later on. So we got the Formantis coming in. I need to go for Dynamax straight away, because if I go down here, I've only got my special Greedent, and I can tell you what, that hits like a wet paper bag, guy. I'd probably need to run like Potato Berry with the Stuffed Cheeks, but even then, it's still going to be super weak. So go for my Max Strike there, and that's enough to take out the Formantis, which is good, and I outspeed it too, which is nice. Alright, next Pokemon here is the Mana. So Mana can be quite bulky, so I was like, let's just go for Max Strike here and, take that one out. So things are going pretty good. I was sweeping through a couple of these Pokemon. I really needed to take them out too, because I only had my special Greedent. So usually this Greedent would, do the bulk of the work. Next Pokemon is Duskull here. I was like, okay, I'm going to go for the Psychic Fangs. I misclicked on the Max Quake, and then it had Levitate. So that was really, really bad there, because it was able to get a Trick Room off, and I denied myself of an easy KO. And also, I may be outsped now by Duskull. So I was really, really salty about that. However, the Duskull is going to go for a Mento here, and it's going to take itself out, and it's going to drop my stats. So it's set the Trick Room up and drop my attack by 2 stages. So I'm not going to be doing as much as before. I still be doing a lot, though. So bye-bye, Duskull. I mean, I should have taken it out anyway. Next Pokemon is the Tile. I'm not sure how to say this Pokemon's name. And I'm going to go for the Psychic Fangs. That's enough to take it out. I should have done that one before, so bye-bye. Maybe that was a really slow step, but since Greedent was so slow, it still outsped it. Last Pokemon is going to be the Trapinch. It's going to outspeed me and go for a superpower, and that is the end of my Greedent there. That was nearly a disaster on the Duskull. So all I've got left now is my special Greedent. We haven't had a Dynamax on the other side of the field either, so I'm like, well, the best move I've got here is Hyper Beam. I don't know whether it's going to take it out in Dynamax. I'm probably going to need a crit. So locking myself into the Hyper Beam right there, and we got the Dynamax Trapinch. I reckon it's going to go for a Max Knuckle here, or just a Max Quake. I feel like I should be able to live 1 due to Superpower's drop, but if it's like a critical hit or anything like that, you know, that may not be the case there. I do like Trapinch, so it's a good Pokemon. It's got a very high attack stat too. I like how you can't even see its eyes at Dynamax. You can just see its big chompers. So here comes the Max Knuckle. This will not take out Green. I've got way too much bulk to take out, but the next one will most certainly take me out. So going for Hyper Beam this turn, I'm praying here for a crit because I know it won't take it out, and it does absolutely abysmal damage. The Trick Room has run out, but I'm on recharge, and Trapinch can take me out with whatever move there. And that, my friends, is the second battle with the Skwovet, almost a Greedent Evolution team, and I hope you enjoy that. Let's get on to battle number 3 there. So I'd say if I attacked the Duskull with Psychic Fangs, I say I would have probably got the sweep there. I don't know if Trapinch would have been able to live that. Anyway, it is what it is, right? Next Pokemon battle, this one was against Huntdown, and we got a 4 versus 6 battle. And we've also got a theme team here as well. First Pokemon is a Reboot, and I've got my Greedent. Now, this was the special Greedent as my lead. Now, I wanted to get the Stuffed Cheeks off really early so I could get the nice defensive bulk, and I'm sure there was going to be a physical attack on this team where it will come in handy, yeah? Now, Reboot is going to go for a round. It's a special set, so I'm like, okay, that's all right. I should be able to easily live this, and it's going to be turning into a normal type too with Libero. So it's got the Throat Spray as the item there. I can go for my Stuffed Cheeks and instantly get my berry consumed there. I actually have done a body press one in the past. I'm actually trying to remember what video I did it in, but it was really good. You could go like max defense, right? And then you could go with the cheek pouch and Stuffed Cheeks, and you would hit really, really hard because it's actually got a reasonable defensive stat. Now I can go for Belch, and I can go for Hyper Beam. I decided to go for the Belch here. We got the Libero Mudshot turning into a ground type, so you know, my Belch is not going to do anything at all, right? So that's going to drop my speed. Not that it's really going to do a lot there. And Greedent speed is crap anyway. So go for the Belch, and I actually get a lucky crit here, so which is really nice because now I'm thinking, well, it's too risky to go for, like, Mudshot. Let's go for Hyper Beam here. That should be able to do something, unless it's a Ghost type. So it's quite funny I was thinking that, because now it's going to go for Electro Ball. If I went for Mudshot, it would have been super effective, but, like, there's no way I would have known, right? So I guess that's why the, the Mudshot and the Electro Ball combo was on the Reboot, right? So go for the Hyper Beam on the Reboot, and that is going to be enough to take it out there. So giving me the early KO, but pretty much Greedent is going to faint in the next turn because it's on a low amount of health and it's on recharge. And every Pokemon's going to outspeed it because it is a full team of Reboots. So Reboot is going to be able to use any move here. It's going to go for High Jump Kick. I'm like, oh, this is very bad. So there's only one Pokemon on my team that could, well, there's two. The Greedent that has Psychic Fangs, which I'll remember to press next time, can take it out, but I probably need to Dynamax that because I wouldn't want to risk a High Jump Kick hitting me outside of Dynamax. And I've also got the Skwovet with Focus Sash and Counter. Now, I thought about going for Protective. I thought, well, if I go for Protective, the Reboot may swap out here after, missing or the first one. So I don't want to do that, so let's just go straight away for Counter. Here comes the High Jump Kick, and Skwovet is going to be living on 1 health. Imagine if High Jump Kick actually missed there, right? And you went for Counter and it failed because High Jump Kick missed. That'd be so salty. Anyway, Reboot is going to go down to Counter there. It's always good to have a Counter, Focus Sash Counter, and Mirror Coat Pokemon in case things go really bad. I do like to do it on my evolution teams when I can. Now, Reboot is going to come in and go for a quick attack, and Skwovet is going to go down. Not much I could have done there. I could have gone for, like, I know payback, but I was always going to get outsped. Next Pokemon is Greedent here. Greedent is the belly drum set. You know that. You've seen it a couple of times already. I've got a good amount of moves here. So I was actually thinking about not going for belly drum. I was like, I don't want to lose half my health if this has got a strong move on it. Maybe I should just Dynamax. Then I changed my mind, like, let's go for belly drum. And then I get a swap. Like, oh, this is good because that's going to give me a free swap. But next Pokemon is Reboot number 4. And I don't know if there's any more fighting moves around either, right? And I know that I'm going to need Quick Claw to outspeed all of these. So now's the time to go into Dynamax. I've got Body Slam, I've got Max Strike for that, and I've got Max Quake. Max Quake will be pretty good because that'll boost my special defense by 2 stages, make me more bulky. I wish I had something like Max Steel Spike. That'd be handy too, but that's the best I can pretty much work with here, right? I also like one thing about Greedent too when it faints. I'm not sure if you noticed. When it faints, it actually drops some berries. It's actually a nice little effect right there. So here we go, Dynamax Greedent here, and we've got a lot of health still in Dynamax. Like, this thing is so bulky. Here comes an Attract set. Oh no. So it's going to be infatuating my Greedent here. It's pretending that Reboot is a nice, big, juicy berry in the berry tree, and it's going to get immobilized by love. The next move Reboot's going to use is Work Up here. So it's I don't know, it's a special set, it's a mix set, I don't really know what it's going to be, but it's got Attract and Work Up. Now, the bad thing is here, right, Greedent's going to get immobilized on the second turn, so I can't make use of my big Dynamax +6 in attack. So it's going to get another Work Up. So that's +2 in a special attack and attack. And Greedent is going to go for its final move here in Dynamax. I got no moves in Dynamax here. It was a complete waste. Like, that was really unlucky right there. I mean, 50% chance to not attack, but 50% chance to attack. It's my luck today, people. So now the route's going to go for a Baton Pass. So I'm thinking that set is just designed to pass stats away. So it's got the Attract there. Then while the opponent is infatuated, it can go for like the Work Up and stuff. A Reboot's going to come in here, but Reboot is going to it's going to get booted. I think that was like a bulky set, but with +6 grade, it was it was pretty no joke. Next Pokemon is another Reboot here. I'm going to go for Earthquake. I actually managed to outspeed it. I'm like, wait. There's only one move or item it's got if I'm going to outspeed it. It's going to be a Focus Sash counter set. Oh, so it had the same movement strategy as my Skwovet. Of course it did. So bye-bye Green. That's the best I could do. My last Pokemon here is the Super Fang set, the bulky set. So I've got Super Fang, Rest, Talk, and I've got a Stockpile. So I'm thinking to myself here, well, I've got Stockpile. I can make use of that. Now the Reboot's going to go for a Quick Attack. Watch this. This is the rare moment here. Since the Pokemon was on 1 health, Super Fang normally does half health every single time. But since it was on 1, it couldn't half 1 health, and Super Fang actually got a disrespect KO. So it's not often you get to see that, and I guess that slightly makes up for the Dynamax there, doing nothing and just twiddling my thumbs and staring at Reboot like a big juicy berry in Dynamax, right? So I'm going to go for a Stockpile here, boosting my defense, and I think this is the this is the Reboot from earlier on that did the Attract and the Work Up. So what it's going to be doing probably is getting as many Work Ups as possible against my Skwovet. I can only do Stockpile 3 times and then I'm at max. That's why I gave this one a Staff Berry. So, it might be able to get a +2 in defense or special defense, giving it like +5, which will, make it really, really bulky. That was the idea of the set anyway. It was a massive gimmick because I could get something like, imagine if I got something like Attack and Special Attack, which would be completely useless on this thing, it'd be just a massive waste. But it is a very fun berry to use Staff if you haven't used it already. So I think we both got 3 Work Ups. Well, I got 3 Stockpiles and the Reboot got 3 Work Ups. So we both sort of matching our stats at the moment. Figuring out that I really couldn't do a lot to this, I just went for Super Fang. I was like, wow, I can't do anything. All I've got is Super Fang. I'm going to need to keep going Super Fang till it gets the Reboot down to the last bit of health right there. Now Reboot's going to go for a Baton Pass, passing off those stats onto the final Reboot, which we haven't seen already. So I have got no idea what this set's going to be. We haven't seen Dynamax either. The good thing about that is I actually managed to get a Super Fang off before it went for Dynamax, because obviously those fixed damage moves don't work the way they normally would with Dynamax. So like, it sort of ignores the like the health of the Pokemon. So we got a Dynamax reboot here. What is it going to be? Is it going to be physical or is it going to be special? Regardless, I've got a fair bit of bulk of this, and interestingly enough, I want to see how much damage it does to me and what Staff Berry will actually give me here. Yeah. So here comes the Max Airstream. That does a lot of damage to me. I won't lie there, and that's going to boost the speed of reboot and did a lot of damage. So I'd say that's a physical set. I'm going to be eating my Staff Berry here, and I got a special defense boost. Oh, I would have loved a defensive boost, but that was really cool though. You actually got to see that I got +5 in special defense there on the Skwovet, which was really, really cool. So Skwovet is going to go to sleep here with rest. There wasn't a lot I could do. I really needed to stall the Dynamax. So, as you can see, that was a 3-hit KO in Dynamax. Like, only just, though. If I got critted, that was all over. Skwovet is going to be sleeping this turn, so there's nothing it can do. This is a second... Oh, I got Sleep Talk. Sorry about that. I was thinking another set. I got to use the stockpile, so it didn't really matter anyways. It was a dead turn. Reboot's going to go for another Max Airstream here, and Skwovet is going to live that on 21 health. So... that is the end of Dynamax on the reboot, but now reboot can freely attack me on the next turn out and gets outside of it. So go for the Sleep Talk here. I am actually going to get a Super Fang, but as you can see, it's going to do nothing. So that's kind of bad. All I've got left is Super Fang. I'm going to need to go for a rest here and keep continually going for Sleep Talk to try and get a Super Fang KO. I wish I went for a rest right there, but I had no idea, like, Bounce would be the move they go for. And I'm going to wake up and Super Fang the brick wall, and Bounce is going to be able to hit me this turn. And that, my friends, is the third and final battle with the Skwovet Evolution team. A very fun but challenging team to use. I hope you really enjoy this. There's only 2 more Gen 8 evolutions to go, and I'm looking forward to getting them done as well. All right, people, peace out.